It's Saturday and I have no idea what to do with myself, so let's try a tag. Hey word nerds, happy Saturday. I hope you all have awesome plans for the weekend. I'm about to head off to the cottage with my family for what will hopefully be another epic reading and writing week. I have a huge TBR pile with me, but first I wanted to do a tag with you guys just because this sounded like fun and really I had no idea what to do for today's video. So I saw this on Jenna Moressi's channel. It is the author life tag. I don't actually know where it came from, but if you know, absolutely let me know down in the comments so I can be sure to credit the right people. And yeah, let's just jump right in. Number 1, what kind of writer are you? This is kind of a vague question, but I am a YA author, I am an adult author, I write contemporary and sci-fi, and I'm hoping to write fantasy in the future, so mostly I am just a very confused author. Number 2, how long have you been writing and what made you want to give it a try? Honestly, I'm not even sure how long I've been writing. I remember writing really bad poetry in high school. I also tried to write a novel in high school, but that did not go well at all, and I'm sure it was terrible. That novel is long gone and was probably garbage to begin with, but whatever. I've really figured out this is what I wanted to do somewhere in my early 20s, but even then I was still trying to focus on being more practical and finding a real career, even though I didn't really give anything else a try either. This was always kind of what I wanted to do. There didn't seem to be anything else that would be this much fun and, while challenging, also awesome. So here I am. Number 3, what inspires your stories? This is a tricky answer because there are so many different things. I haven't come up with a brand new idea anytime recently, so there isn't something I can point to and tell you where that came from, but mostly my ideas come from TV shows and books and dreams that I have and then kind of grow over time, just kind of sitting there in the back of my mind until they turn into an idea I can actually start writing, which sometimes is something I jump into right away and sometimes takes forever. And usually the books I finally start writing end up being totally different from that initial spark of an idea, but either way, it's a long and complicated process that I can't begin to make sense of. Number 4 is what themes do you explore in your writing? And really, I am just not that fancy a writer. I never try to instill a specific theme in any of my books, although there are certainly topics I always seem to come back to, or that a lot of my ideas tend to focus around. Those can be family or friendship. I also like to put dogs in books when I can. I like witches and magic and dragons, although a lot of these haven't even shown up in any of my books yet, and really I just enjoy exploring different possibilities. Number 5, are you a plotter, pantser, or plantser? I am kind of a plantser, although I am trying to be a plotter. I'm trying to fall in love with the plotting process and really incorporate it into more of my work, because I do feel like it'll help me stay more on track and less wandering in my plots, which is usually what ends up stalling me, and I just don't know where a book is going to go, so I stop writing it all together, and it's kind of a mess. So I'm trying to plot more and more of my books, but it is kind of like pulling teeth, and more often than not, I'll just jump in with half of a plot and hoping for the best, kind of trying to make up for it as I go along. But I am trying to be better. I am trying to be a plotter. I do think it can be helpful if you are trying to write faster, if you are trying to edit less, which is always something I'm trying to focus on. But yeah, right now I am a recovering pantser. Number 6 is where are you in your writing journey? Querying, agented, published, and to that I say, I am self-published. I have no agent, no query letters, none of that stuff. I just put my own books out there, which is a lot of work, but I am so in love with self-publishing, and I do think it's something that more authors should explore. So I have self-published a few of my own books, starting back in 2013, right up to April of this year, and I'm planning to do that again and again and again for the rest of my career. Number 7 is, have you ever entered any writing contests? Nope, not for me. Number 8 is, who are your writing heroes? And this is a tough one because I have so many. Lately, I've really been looking up to some of the self-publishing superstars like Susan K. Quinn and Elle Casey, and those people that prove that you can publish a book a month and be super successful at it. Amanda M. Lee is another big one for me because she writes so much and is doing so well. And the coolest thing is I'm sure you've heard of almost none of these authors, but they are doing amazing things and have such ravenous fans and are doing it all kind of behind the scenes without any help from traditional publishing. But there are also some traditional publishing authors that I will love forever. V.E. Schwab is a big one for me right now. I love what she's doing with her career. She is aiming big and doing such incredible things. And of course, all of the word nerds inspire me pretty much every day. Number 9 is, have you been to any writing conferences? And if so, share your experiences. I have been to a few bookish conferences, but they've been more geared towards readers than writers. There is a writing conference in November in Las Vegas that I'm hoping to go for one of the big self-publishing groups I'm in, so fingers crossed I get to go to that. But writing conferences do make me kind of nervous. I don't want anyone reading or critiquing my work while I'm standing there, but other than that, I am always open to learning new things, and this is something I hope I get to do in the future. Number 10 is what are your top 3 tips for newbie writers? And this is a good question. This is all probably advice you've heard a lot if you've been on this channel for a while, but it is also solid advice that is always worth following. The first one is finish what you start, not necessarily everything you start, but you will get absolutely nowhere if all you ever do is write the first chapters of books. Commit to finishing a manuscript and see where that takes you, because you will learn a lot, even just by getting from the beginning to an end of a book and then jumping into revisions with it and just seeing that process through. Number 2 is something that I've talked about recently on my own channel, and that is it is totally okay if your first draft sucks. And number 3 is make writing friends, because they are more valuable than you will ever know. Anyways, that's it for me today, but don't forget to tune in to our next live chat, which is tomorrow at 7:30 Eastern Time. In the meantime, happy reading, happy writing, and I'll see you next time.